Training plants every day. George Scoville coming at you from the STEM lab out here today. I'm checking in the newspaper and I saw one here. This huge article. Honestly, what is it? One, two, three by like 16 article for the Hancock Community Education Foundation is looking for a passionate personnel to be the Nature Center's manager for the Robert W. Nichols Nature Preserve and Science Center down there in Hancock. So right down in the middle of town. Certainly know where it is. And what I'm getting to, more than anything for them, we're dealing with the one bug, the Boone and Crockett, what type of apple or acorn gear. When I'm looking into like Bama Bass's stuff, that's for the adult bass, one bug, quarry run stuff. Probably got a lot of that handy, as much as the quarry resources, the natural ecosystem zoology and biology that has a lot of that. You want to pretty it up for the kid. I would say more than anything for what the requirements are on some of those, other than the bachelor's degree. Here I'm going to be trying for that master's degree, but I don't exactly have a college background for it. And we'll get to that other stuff here in a second. But generally, that's what my STEM mechanics does. I've done it in a lot of quarries. I've done it in a lot of sites. When you get out there and you want to do a field theory, there's a practice to it. Again, I'm real scary, dragon and mitten woods kind of aspect about it. And so with that fly fishing aspect of it, here I'll get into the fly fishing almanac is what I like to call it. It's another version of it. Of course, I've probably fished this. It's been a long time since I've done it. I would be doing a lot of recon, water treatment person for Hancock, but with fly fishermen, right? Because I'm still, I'd need to be in there for a little bit to catch the Corinthians technique, to know the right-handed off-the-hip trick to get that bunny rabbit around here when it comes to director information technology from a part-time position, from a nature reserve, of how to address that Fermilab aspect of the botany or the husbandry that goes into these topics. So again, for me, I would understand that there's a lot of recon here. Start to go down, figure out the information, the names, the players, who's the wolves in Yellowstone. Hopefully me, because I've lived here for as long as that is. I'm going to cut off a lot about, some things you can do and some things you can't do. But for the most part, the bar is the bar, as long as you follow the rules. It's right here. That's about what it can do. The lumberjack games is another type of it. I really just don't know where the cutoff would be there for school trips, for parents that want to come to Hancock and do that. For an example, we would still want to design the obstacle course here, or the integral tool, where all of this is going to be a repetition of one. But now we're getting them to learn different things, do that Chandler's Wildlife, Tyler Nolan, Steve Irwin, but also the Landscapers, a version of this. And obviously all the horticulture would be individual plants, chicken mains. We got a lot about mushrooms. You would want to know the wild mushrooms of the area. Just this route menu. But you would go through these, and that's much like you would do. You would individualize the compartment there over part-time. Honestly, you can stay with it right in this, hammering it out as far as your word, your Excel system. How toxic is a death cap mushroom? Well, the part of the Darwinism there, or the thesis behind the Inside of the Animal Mind book. And you're going to want to get a bunch of those Master Mason tricks worked out to be able to do that work in here. So I think that was just a fun note. I'm prattling on, kind of running out of stuff for my Rubik's Cube daisy pattern here because I'm not exactly sure how to tailor it and set it up yet. It's pretty big topological setup right here before I could say why. I mean, again, they're just asking for some basic computer skills. Um, so here it'd be more about your Excel, programming that in, maybe the books of the building, and again, maintenance of the nature reserve in itself is a little bit of taming the beast. Skids, if you have to, get a steel weed eater out there and do it up, or if it was actually the proper level of botany of removing plants by their roots or whatever they want it sciencey. I mean, a lot about I'll make you rock for Princeton, or we can just be talking some tread rock. I mean, so catch you on the next one.